What's the literal youngest age person I could interview like a 1.5-year-old.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey, Mr. Girl. It's been a while.
you don't sound very good.
Um, is it bad?
Yeah, it's really distorted and trebly.
Is it too bad?
It's okay for a short conversation, but it's pretty bad.
Is it better now?
You're really quiet. Wait, keep talking.
Um, it-
No, it's
yeah.
not better.
Oh shit.
The audience
Uh,
isn't younger, and YouTube probably does this on purpose. Yeah. So if you look at my stats, my demographics, I think it's 0.2% of my audience is under 18. So 18 to 35 is the biggest, and then over 35, like 35 to 45 or something like that, is the second biggest. My audience is not super young.
okay. I'll just try and keep it short.
Okay,
Um,
what's up?
I, I don't think you remember me, but I've been one of the old guys. I think I messaged you around when the cuties thing came out, and I also talked to you like on your other show. Remember, I'm the black guy who had like internalized racism or whatever. Remember?
Oh yeah, I see our conversation.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to thank you because you kind of also like that was before the whole Dr. K business, or maybe concurrently, and you kind of um, made me
Oh yeah, I
question
do. I
some
do. I do remember
relations.
you. You changed your name.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
I do remember you. Okay, yeah. Okay, go ahead. What's
Awesome.
up?
Um, I'm glad you're doing okay. It's cool that you're blowing up. Um, Not gonna lie, I kind of miss the old Max. Um,
What does that mean?
when you were a little smaller and you just kind of made like giant rants, random stuff. Um, I kind of like that.
You don't
But
like
yeah,
watching me frustratedly struggle through conversations with people who are often not equipped to have those conversations?
no, I kind of don't. Unfortunately, I
I
really
see what you're
don't.
saying. It's like instead, I was thinking about this because it's like when there's nobody there to interrupt me or derail what I'm saying, I think I can say some pretty interesting stuff. But
Yeah.
most of the streams turn into me trying to say something interesting and the other person being unwilling to even have the conversation, and that just becomes a fight over whether we're even going to have the conversation. So I see from
Exactly.
if you're an existing fan, then it would just look like, oh, there's something that he could talk about, but we're not going to see what it is because
Hmm.
this fucking moron is standing in the way, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's just streamer wars. It's because you just picked up a certain audience that is used to certain dynamics, and I don't think they. I don't want to
Okay,
generalize
okay,
too
that's
much, but I
true,
don't
but I
think they
also
value
think
that.
that I don't think that happens with every streamer, and I don't think it happens with
Hmm.
every interview guest, and I think
Hmm.
that this is a rough start because um, I'm figuring out how to do this, and I think
Yeah.
that I'm challenging other streamers in how to do it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully, hopefully, I think so. I think so. I think so. And I think that as time goes on, I think I will be able to have more interesting conversations with people.
Mhm.
And I think things do come out in conversations that don't come out in just essays. So I
Yeah.
don't think just rants is a good idea, but
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
think I get what you're complaining about.
Yeah, especially like the new rants aren't as well, not rants, but like essays that you're doing aren't as captivating as the old ones. They had a certain charm. It's kind of like Green Day when they started out and Green Day when they were big. That kind of
Hmm.
difference. But
Well, I also think
yeah.
that another thing is that I don't have endless video essays that I want to make.
Hmm.
I had a big backlog of like a kind of a
Hmm.
Bible of
Hmm.
beliefs and thoughts, and I've laid out most of those of the
What
things that
about
are
the pet
important to me.
thing?
What about the what?
what about the pets thing? You remember when you said that pets inherently are sort of sexual? I thought that would have been wonderful to expand on that.
I don't want to make a whole video about that.
Oh, well, okay. Um, okay, I have another thing I want to say that's important is I think you should kind of shift from the whole Dr. K thing and just talk to people about what kind of rights or what they can actually expect from a psychologist, because I don't think a lot of people know like what the rules are and when they've
Why?
been abused and
Why would I
whatnot.
shift from the Dr. K thing? That
Okay,
sounds
you don't.
that sounds insane to me.
Okay, that's all I meant more like instead of trying to focus on this single case that has happened, or maybe you can just do it at the same time. It doesn't really matter. But I think um, it would be like you've made this like a giant case study of when psychologists abuse their power, or don't stick to the rules. And I would think it would be interesting uh, to just lay out all the rules and see so that people are more equipped to deal with to
Down with
understand
Dr.
when.
K.
That's okay, man. I'm not a fan of K. But yeah, I just thought that when you were talking about this case and when you talked to me about my history with psychologists and psychiatrists, um, I just noticed that there've been times where I didn't even notice I was abused, or where I could have expected more from my psychologist. And yeah, there would have been no way I would have known if you wouldn't have pointed it out.
Well, I'm glad that that was helpful for you.
Okay. So, about other topics, I have one topic which is the manosphere and the whole pills and the consent thing that we can talk about. I have topic about YouTubers and being public and objectification. That would be a topic, and one that is just interesting to me is more a question than a topic. Is why why your stance on the age of consent is on keeping it the same or upping it.
Let's go
Especially
with
like the
let's
upping
go with the
part.
question and then a short
Okay.
discussion and then stop.
Okay. All right. Um, so, why would you? I know that you're not for lowering the age of consent. I'm not either. It's not really. But I've been wondering why you thought that it would be helpful or even better to like raise it.
People are living longer, and I think it's allowed us to define development as lasting longer. In adolescence, now is
Mm,
classified as continuing into your early 20s. And I think
mm,
some of that used to be out of necessity. It used to be you're an adult when you're 13. Makes sense.
mm.
Makes sense to make the age of consent 13 in an ancient society where that's the case. Not the case anymore. And I think it makes sense to potentially raise it a little. South Korea, the age of consent is 20.
Mm.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't be
I see.
opposed to raising it to 20. I'm not going to fight for it because
Mm.
I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings. But yeah, if raise the age of consent, raise the age of the draft, I think you've got to do both those at the same time. Raise age of majority, try it as an adult, all that shit. Yeah, fucking 18-year-old is going to go to jail for the same amount of time as me if we commit the same crime. That just doesn't sit right. I don't know.
Oh, you
So,
want to? Okay, you want to raise all that stuff. Okay, not just the age of consent, just the whole.
yeah,
Um,
I think it makes
okay.
sense to say like maybe you're a kid till you're 20.
Okay, yeah, that is a different thing. I thought it would be just the age of consent because I was doing some thinking and I was
Oh,
like,
that's
well,
19
that
in Western
doesn't.
age. Right. In Korea, you're 1 when you're born. I forgot. So when they say 20, yeah. So it's weird. The way they do ages in Korea is weird. So
Mhm,
if you're born on December 31st, you're
mhm.
1 when you're born, and then the next day you turn 2 because it's the first of the year. This is how
Oh, I see.
one of my training clients explained it to me.
Ah,
So you could be 20, but only have been alive for 18 years. So that's probably why it's 20.
huh.
Okay, so sorry. What?
Well,
Final
I
thoughts.
just Oh, okay. Um, yeah, just like if you're raising the whole thing, it kind of made sense. I just thought that, I've heard like arguments of raising it to 25 because of the whole brain development thing. And I just thought that, it doesn't really get rid of the inherent contradictions within the age of consent. You'll just have 24-year-olds and 27-year-olds not being able to date and the 27-year-old going to jail for that, you know.
Uh-huh.
But, and I thought that would be silly. I also think it's silly because most of the grooming thing happens between minors and not really, um, like
Well,
I think majority
grooming is definitionally
definitionally by
an
yeah, and
adult
I
and
understand.
an adult and a child.
I understand. But if you
Okay.
work with me and try to work from your experiences, you'll understand what I mean. Like 16-year-old showing porn to like a 14-year-old and like,
I don't think that's
that
I wouldn't call that grooming.
I know, but the
I think that's
introduction to sexuality usually happens in that sort of way.
well, that's how it's
Through
supposed to
older
happen.
teens.
Grooming is a bad thing. When you say you've been groomed, it means you've been abused. So a 16-year-old teaching a 14-year-old about sex is a good thing. That's how teenagers learn about
I don't
sex.
think
They talk about sex with each other and they share sexual shit with each other. That's okay. That's part of
I think that's a little
that's part of
ridiculous.
being a teenager. A 37-year-old showing you porn is not. That's a crime. So I
Sure,
just okay.
obviously, but
Okay.
I do think there is a power differential between 16-year-old and 14-year-old, and obviously, and I think to a degree, if you remember being 14, how you looked at 16-year-olds, you kind of remember that they kind of seemed like adults, like pretty much adults to you, and you kind of have the same dynamic that is actually going
Yeah,
on
but they're
there.
not actually.
And yeah, I know, but come on, man, like have you not had any weird experiences with older teenagers that kind of treated you badly if you think about it,
I'm sure, but
and that have
I just
kind of
don't think
fucked you up
I just
sexually?
don't think it has
It's
to
not
be
saying it's
illegal. I don't think it should be.
criminal.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what we're talking about. All right, listen.
I don't think it's
I
criminal.
have to move to the next caller.
Is it that bad?
It's that
I
bad.
mean, the audio. I'm sorry.
Uh,
Okay.
the audio, the arguments, your stances, everything. It's just got to
Oh,
end. Thank you for
okay.
calling. I appreciate it.
All right. See you around.
All right, Siren. Is it that bad?